Hi, this is Sean, and this channel is called Wolf Dog Moon. On today's episode of Tea and Manga, we're going to take a look at Tokyo Ghoul. And if you like this kind of content, smash that like button. Consider subscribing to our channel and let us know what you think. Okay, let's get into this. Okay, Tokyo Ghoul is this awesome manga series. Now I have a few volumes here in front of me, including a Japanese one, and I just wanted to show you a little bit of an anecdote with that. But we got the first two issues here, and right off the bat, before I get started, just want to let you know that the artwork is tremendous. The covers got this awesome feel, and it really fits with the mood, and it's a cohesive style, and it also has this awesome sort of William de Kooning-esque Lucian Freud feel to it. So let's jump in here, and I'll give you a quick preview of the manga styling. But before I do that, let me give you a little bit of a short description of this manga. So it's by Sui Ishida, and the story revolves around the protagonist. His name is Ken Kaneki, and he is a very shy boy, a very shy young man that's looking for a partner. He's looking to find a girl to be his girlfriend, and he meets this girl, and she's beautiful and interesting. She is interested in books because he's kind of like an otaku, it's called. He's a little bit of a shut-in kind of person who likes to read books and experience the finer points of different types of novels and stuff. And he wants to find someone he can talk to and share how he feels about books. And so he meets this beautiful, attractive, and also amazing girl who is interested in books. And so he's excited to go on a date with her. Although at first there's some warning signs because stuff is not quite right from the beginning, but he's not aware of it. So he quickly finds himself in big trouble with this girl, and so it sends him on this epic journey where he discovers that there is an underbelly to the city and the different wards and the districts of the city, and that this underbelly is demonic in nature, and that there are these creatures called ghouls. And these ghouls, they're demons essentially, and they seek to find humans to feed on, and they also exist right amongst the rest of us who aren't ghouls. And so he discovers this dark underbelly, which there are different warring factions, and there are different, it's almost like a crime syndicate. So not only are they these demonic ghouls, but they're also involved in different types of crime syndicate, sort of like the mafia and stuff. And so he descends into this chaotic world where he himself becomes sort of a hybrid of a ghoul who has his humanity still. And so now he has to do war with himself as a result, while he faces and learns about this dark underbelly. So that's just a quick synopsis of the story, without trying to, without potentially spoiling it too much. But this is an awesome series. I've also watched the anime, and the anime is tremendous. And even the music, there's this song that opens up the anime, and it's called Unravel. And the song is so fitting of the anime and its tone, and also the weirdness of these ghoul-like creatures, and also just how they exist among us, and they appeared normal on the surface, but beneath they have these wild, extraordinary powers. But with those powers comes tremendous hunger, and that hunger can only be satiated in certain ways. And as you're reading that, you'll find that out. There's this quirkiness to some of those elements where coffee houses are involved, where coffee plays a role in how the story plays out. And I just don't want to spoil it, because it's kind of a neat fixture and element of this particular story. And then there are these investigators that they're special investigators that know the ghouls exist, and they have to hunt them down, but they also have to keep it a secret from regular people, so that there's these two separate worlds that are constantly clashing, and one is under the surface and to be hidden. And so the governments of the world work very hard, almost like if you ever seen the movie Men in Black, like that, where they try to keep regular people from knowing that these creatures exist. And so this Ken Kaneki, he ends up with these wild, extraordinary powers, but he's cursed to go along with that. So this is an awesome series, and so I have these two issues right here just to show you the covers. And then I also included this in Japanese, because I like to, in my spare time, learn the Japanese language, and so I just wanted to get it also in Japanese. And so I'm just going to show you quickly. It has awesome artwork like this, where they're demonic, angelic beings almost, and it's very sad. And also this has a really cool edginess to it, and with horrific scenes balanced out with normal everyday interactions that are just of a normal people trying to go about their lives. So it's a clashing of two worlds and stuff. So let me take you in quickly before I give you my final thoughts on this series. And so it has just awesome artwork, and the anime really accentuates the awesomeness and the dynamic nature of the artwork. The anime is so dynamic with the movements and the way the enemies attack, and the way the good guys have to fight back against these demonic forces and stuff. So it's got this edgy styling with overlapping graphic design elements mixed into with dark, bold blacks. Highly recommend the anime too. So we got really cool style of manga drawing. Instead of, usually the manga really accentuates the eyes and stuff and makes them very cutesy. And this one doesn't really do that as much. This one's more about the bold blacks and darks and shading and stuff. And so the characters have a little bit more of a realistic look to them. And so rather than the cutesy anime or manga style typical in some works. So that's just a little sneak peek of the artwork. And so getting to my final thoughts now. This is one of my favorite series. Now it has a lot of violence and intensity, so that may not be suitable for all audiences, but this should be in a way, because you get to see these good intentioned characters and these heroic characters take on these demonic forces, and they're their goals are the right reasons, and so you get to see the hero's journey play out here. And you get an unlikely hero in this Ken Kaneki. He's so awesome. What he has to face and his own internal demons and the demonic side, and so he has to war against that. And also he's also still looking for relationships, but now he's been thrown into this alternate underbelly, this alternate world where now he was the shut-in, I guess maybe it's called the taco. I think he's that kind of person where he's super shy, but he has this heroic fire inside of him and intensity. And the other characters that he meets along the way, they see his awesome potential, because it's like deep, he has this spirit deep inside of him that they can sense, and it sometimes it's so much, and he pushes himself so hard that it can overwhelm him, and because he wants to save everybody, this character. And this is an awesome journey you get to go on, and it really plays out over, especially this first arc. So there's for the second arc, it really kind of swerves a little bit. So there's that surprise if you get all the way through, and if you watch the anime, you'll know what I mean. They do a big swerve, but you get an awesome journey you get to go on. I think it's a newer series that came, I believe it's probably less than 10 years old in terms of when it first came out. But this is an awesome series. It's one of my favorites. You got awesome action, awesome vibrant characters that you really want to root for and get behind, and you really want them to succeed, and you're pulling for them to overcome these overwhelming odds at times. They just have to face just the most horrific things, but they have to do it and keep their humanity, and also keep their heroic spirit. So would highly recommend this. It's one of my favorites, and the anime is awesome, with awesome music and awesome characterization. The characters in here are very rich and interesting that Ken Kaneki meets along the way, and the villains are very memorable and also interesting as well. And then you have some sort of anti-heroes in between who you're not sure if you should be rooting for them, or because they're sometimes their motivations are in conflict with our protagonists, even though their intentions may be to take down the ghouls, but it's a zero tolerance kind of approach, but we are squarely behind Ken Kaneki, and so those forces are in between the different warring factions, which results in all these different blendings of villain and who the good guys are and who aren't. So this is an awesome series, and I'm gonna wrap this up by saying I definitely recommend it, and if you pick this up, you'll go on an awesome journey. So I hope this video finds you have an amazing day, and I hope that you have a blessed day and that your spirits remain high.